G'day, champions. What's going on, legends? Look at that one today. Look at that one today. Look at that one today. That one can go back to the customer because it's not worth repairing. I've got to invoice that one. It's going to be a bit of a fly on the wall day today, champions. I don't have much time to talk, so talk amongst yourselves. Blown fuse. That's that one. That guy's ringing every day. Oh, that one I forgot about. That one I got to do a video on, so everyone can hate me for it. That one I got to spray paint when the weather stops being shithouse. That one's got no problem. I don't want to do that one at all. And that one's when I get around to it. Okie dokie. G'day Ted, g'day Lou, g'day Shane, g'day Rob, g'day Mark, g'day Matt, g'day Gringo Pig, g'day Lou. Did I say Lou? Yes. Rob, how you going? Here we go. Very efficient today. So what are we going to look at first? See email. No. Fuck, I hate that. You've got like six different you know, pipelines of communication. You've got Facebook Messenger, SMS, YouTube, email, 2 email addresses. You got the website contact form, and someone's like, "Yeah, we talked about it." I'm like, "Where?" So you spend literally 15 minutes just finding the message before you can even respond to it. DSL5, no results. Okay, here we go. 4 to 5 year old Marshall DSL5 that has gone quiet and crackles. Guess it's valve replacement time. Nope. Hopefully this is something you'd be okay. You would be okay to cover off for me. What's that mean? Unless something comes up, I'll be aiming to drop off. So blah 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 blah. So yeah, everyone just assumes it's a valve, which a lot of the time is, you know, valid. It's probably just a valve. The customers often say, oh, it's probably just this or probably just that. It's like they're wishing it to be something, like if they say it enough times, it'll be something cheap to repair. Crazy kids. A bit more overhead light, eh? Ah, fuck. I just used the wrong button, so, the wrong pot, so I changed the color balance. I wish the color balance on these overhead lights had, like detents in it, so you can remember where it was set. Or if you accidentally grab that instead of the brightness, you notice straight away and can click it back the same amount of notches. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Well, I suppose we should confirm the fault first. Let's just pop that screw back in. and have a listen. Since it's just crackling, I don't think it's going to be anything massively dramatic. I've got about 30 amps to get through this week, be it repair or quotes. We've shut off repairs for the rest of the month, and of course everyone's a bit upset about that, but I'd rather they be upset before they give me the amp than be upset while the amp's in my possession. So that's the hard truth of it. Guys that have gigs on Saturday, well, where's the gig at? They don't tell you that. Classic gain, ultra gain, EQ midway, reverb down, deep out, tone shift out, channel select is a momentary switch. No standby on this tutor. Went up to 62 watts, settling down to 24, 21. There's the heater inrush and caps charged. Rising up to 25 watts, 26 as the output valve conducts. Settling at 26 watts. I'm going to play a chord, so don't get too upset about my playing being shit because I'm playing a chord. Let's make it an E. Ooh. It sounds like the Black Star I fixed yesterday. Alright, so something's out of eye. I saw we've got half a waveform at the phase inverter. If it's a, I forget the output of these. Is it a 6BH7 setup? I think it is, yeah. 6BH7. So this is very similar to the Black Star something 5. I forget the fucking numbers. I don't know. Yesterday I had one with a overheating MOSFET, which would lose half the waveform when the MOSFET warmed up, and a bit of freezer spray on a cotton bud on that particular MOSFET, which was hotter than the other one, and the waveform would come back. So I'll replace that with some 2 IRF 840s because that's all I had in stock. The stock one was at IRF 830. The IRF 840 has slightly higher specs. Well, not slightly, significantly higher specs, but in that application there's no difference. And I lifted the gate leg and connected the resistor to that, feeding that. Floated above the board because on that particular revision the FETs didn't have any isolation slots between the pins, which they brought in on later versions, and you get some board leakage from the 300 or whatever volts it is on the 250 volts or whatever it is on the drain, and the very sensitive input to the gate. And had that under test for 3 hours, putting out full power, and it was fine. So it was a problem that only manifested itself after the thing warmed up quite a bit. So when I first tested it, I think on a live stream a couple of weeks ago, I finally got back to actually getting it done. It behaved itself and didn't show any faults at all because we needed to give it time to warm up. What amp is this, Rob? This is a Marshall DSL 5C. No, DSL 5CR, because it's got reverb. Have a quick look at the construction and stuff while we're there. Nothing better to do, eh? It's got a Celestion 1030. That's one of the entry-level Celestions, but No external speaker output, so we're going to have to get our little adapter cables to suit that. And it's stuck to the Tolex like they often do. Best tricks or advice for chassis soldering: a big fuck off soldering iron and a fuck ton of solder. Need at least an 80-watt iron. Ah, come on, champ. It's like these screws I'm missing. Oh, come on. Does everything have to be so fucking difficult? What the fuck? Oh no, there's a speaker outlet. What the fuck am I talking about? Sorry, I'm half asleep, legends. What is holding that in? The baffle is pushed hard up against it. Do I really have to loosen the baffle off and move it down a millimeter? Seriously? Oh man. Alright. One day people might start saying, I hope it's not a valve. Why would they say that? It means it's something more complex. Oh, because you can't get valves, yeah. People are already kind of saying that now, to be honest. Especially if they own a fucking SVT. Alright, who do I charge for this extra time? I'm literally going to have to take the baffle out, I think. Something's caught on it. The stupid cage nuts are catching on the foil. So out comes the baffle. Alright, that should let us move a bit now. Yeah, glad I did that because the cage nut was definitely caught on that baffle, on the foil, sorry. Let's put the chassis down behind there. For some reason the baffle was up like 3mm from the base of the cabinet, like they didn't have it all the way home when they drilled it in. We'll see if those screws make it go back to where it was, or if I can give it a bit more leeway. Yeah, that should be fine. Switch your camera view. You can actually see something instead of my stupid head. Alright, think that was a new hole. Yeah, clean the chassis, of course, John. John's filling in for me there because I'm too busy to answer. Ah, come on, you fucker. Try not to ream the heads out. Ream your head out in a minute. Oh man, it's foggy outside. Fog just came in. Huh. Wasn't there 5 seconds ago. Oh, look at the little choo-choo. So yeah, 12BH7 dual triode output stage push-pull. You got your output transformer way over there. 2 input valves. Oh, well, yeah, input valve and your probably a cathode follower, I guess. Got 2 different types of valves, so I wonder if they know that the Russian valves aren't good in a cathode follower position, so they used a different valve just for that, but then a Russian one for the other positions because they were cheaper. Dunno, bro. Alright, so first thing we'll just check that the output stage is actually functioning as expected. Well, not as expected. We're expecting it to be fucked because otherwise it wouldn't be here. Operating as designed, I should say. I haven't looked at the schematic for this yet. I'm hoping I don't have to. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Look at the... what do you do when you've got a hot valve? Footprint? Put a fucking electrolytic cap right in the middle of it. Honestly, it's like they're trying to fuck up. Like, we sound so negative because everything's shit. I'm sorry, but it just... Who puts a heat-sensitive electrolytic capacitor in the middle of a fucking valve footprint, right? And I'm the one that's negative. These are the fucking ones that are negative because they're doing dumb shit all the time to make their amps blow up prematurely. That's planned. That's fucking planned, that is. Look, another one there. What dickhead designed this? Like, exactly what you don't do, right? Heat-sensitive component. Probably not. Let's see if it's 105 rated. It probably is. Brand. H Nova. If that's actually Nova, then... Yeah, 85 degree cap. 85 degree cap. Could have got a 105, but nope. A 105. Fucking focus, you cockhead camera. A fucking 105 would have cost another cent. So, you can't have that. Oh my god, you fucking piece of shit. Focus. No, this camera's getting thrown at a fucking wall today. So yeah. Caps in the middle of a valve footprint. It's not the end of the world if it's a film cap. They've got one there too, but come on man, 85 degree rated, bloody... And that's on the output valve too, this one. So that's dumb. Marshall it dumb. Fuck you, Marshall. Alright, let's see what's going on. I've had one of these for 3 years and it worked perfectly the 3 times I turned it on a year. Good for you, champ. I can hear the comments already, but no one watches live streams, so who cares? Alright, we can say what we want on live streams, champions, because all the dickheads don't watch it. They only watch 3-minute videos because they've got an attention span of a gnat. I'll have a listen. Actually, no, I want to have a look with the scope. Yeah, let's have a look with the scope, see exactly what's going on. One by 16 ohm. Alright, fine, I'll reconfigure my load. There's my bloody extension lead. There we go. I'm in the process of building a fucking monster dummy load for testing PA amps. It's going to be 1600 watts per channel at 4 ohms. And with a a tunnel mounted fan heatsink. That's the heatsink there. Two halves. They slot together. See that? Alright, they slot together. Load resistors on either side. Gone with 33 ohms, so a shit ton of them in parallel. Need a bigger tunnel though. So this would only suit one channel. I need another two of these, one for each channel. And that would have a fan mounted on the end or a fan mounted on each end and mount them under the bench. My little foot warmers. That'd be good for testing the monster amps. Meter. I had to fix one of my Flukes yesterday too. The banana connectors are getting loose. They're just crimped and soldered to the board, which is a bit shit. So Fluke is shit too. Sorry. Everything's shit. It's 2024, of course everything's shit. Capitalism. But we've got coffee, so who cares? That's a bit of a stretch there, Gooden. I'm not paying that one. Alright, what's going on? Power on. Signal in. Fucking shut up. You're 1 kilohertz. 1 kilohertz, so good. Yeah, power on. Speaker out. Dummy load configured. Some signal would be nice. What's going on? Channel 1. Okay. No signal? No signal. What changed? Plugged into the speaker output, yes. Nothing changed. Why no signal? Got noise. Got crackling. No clean channel. No input. What am I doing wrong? Oh, yeah. I saw the light reflecting off the function generator LED. I thought it was on, but it was off. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Because I got the you know, my beauty light up there, reflecting the blue light from this side of my face. It was shone on the LED. I thought the signal generator was switched on, but it wasn't. And that is a horrible looking signal. Holy fuck, that is bad. We've got the usual noise from the all the lights around my head, which sucks a bit, but it is what it is. Just need a ground lead. 1 sec. I'll figure out what's going on. 2 channels, trigger on A. Ah, you fucker. Lyle told you to limit it to 1 joke on each stream. Fuck, he loves rules, doesn't he, the old Lyle? That's better. Yeah, that's it. Shit house waveform. So let's find out where it's starting to go wrong. First I'll just check with voltages, because that's easier than a scope. Alright, let's figure this thing out. Could get a schematic, but that takes too much time. Our leads are untangled, that's nice. I'll put the meter somewhere you can see it, not really. No. Alright, let's check the 450 on the plates. It's a spicy meatball. Alright, so I've got both plate supplies. Let's go. So I'm assuming it's a valve phase inverter. $340, $258. $390 supply, $390 supply. We've got $340 on one side, $250 on the other. So half the, if that's a phase inverter, half the phase inverter is at the cathode follower. Find out by figuring out what its second grid is at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a minus. It's at 0 volts, so it's not a cathode follower. It's got pretty high power resistors for the plate supplies. Alright, well, easiest thing first, let's just pop another, if that's a PI, which it must be because there's no MOSFETs in this like you'd find in a Black Star. Let's just pop another 12AX7 in there and see if those plates balance out again. Yep, waveform looks just as bad. Alright. Pop the original one back in. Signal's looking alright now. Was that just a dirty pin? Was that a dirty pin? What? Oh, ground connection's fallen off. I need to put that on a alligator clip. Arigato. I think he needs to replace all the capacitors. No, I do not. 278, 280, 340. Now waveform's looking okay. Maybe I was just driving it too hard before. See, that looks like it should be sounding alright now. So what happened? Was it a bad connector or a dirty connector? Let's just switch that off for a second and have another listen, because that looks like it should sound okay now, even though all we've done is take out and put back in the original valve. The socket felt nice and tight. Yeah, it sounds good. Yay, one of those problems. Okay, fuck the phono. All I can go off is that that valve socket on the phase inverter being dirty. So we'll check those pins of corrosion and just call that a basic service, I guess, and go from there. When I say go from there, I mean like test it afterwards. Can go over there. I don't think I'll quote that one. I'll just go ahead. What do we got next? Laney, but that's hard to get to. Fuck, I can barely move in here. Everything's piled up to the ceiling and I still can barely move. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, 26 amps. Yeah, 26 amps, 2 PA speakers, and about 30 guitars, 2 keyboards, bunch of pedals. Why was my computer making noises? Oh, because I got an email. Who cares? It makes the same notification noise for an email as a thing breaking. Oh God! Sent an email out last month about service on a Marshall head. Well, you missed cut off, bro. I hate to tell you. People keep ringing on the 2nd or 3rd week of each month, and I tell them we're closed for repairs, bring it around 1st week of next month, and then they send me another email in the 2nd or 3rd week of the next month, and the cycle continues and they get slowly more angry. Yeah, that's cool. This has got the same speaker as that last Marshall. This is a Princeton reverb amp, apparently. It's a reissue. I didn't know on the 68 custom Princeton reverb they were using the same speaker as a fucking DSL-5. Honestly, fuck you too, Fender. What do they charge for one of these things? And they're using the cheapest shit speaker on the market. People are like, you're picky on my brand. What's the 68 Princeton reverb go for new? 1800 bucks, $2,000. 10-inch Celestion 1030 speaker. What's the DSL-5CR go for? DSL-5CR. $700. So this thing's more than twice the cost, and they got the same speaker. Because Fender. What's a Celestion? If I wanted to buy one, 1030. What's the cost? Celestion speakers, 1030. That's from Fender. 89 bucks. And that's Australian, so that's like 50 bucks US. 50 bucks speaker and a $2,000 amp. Good on you, Fender. You fuckwits. Oh, God. Anyway, moving on. So, what's wrong with this one? I think it was noisy reverb, and the noisy reverb would be because it's a 68 Princeton reverb. Because it's noisy by design. So, if that's the case, I'm not going to fix it because Fender designed it that way. And I'm not going to subsidize Fender's incompetence anymore. But it could be a bad valve, could be crackling. When they say noisy, you don't know what they're talking about. $36, 40 watts for coming up. Okay, we've got some crackling. We've got hum in the reverb, but that's normal for one of these. Not hearing noise per se, but could be a lead issue too, because Fender used the cheapest shit $2 store leads you can get. Gotta say, not really seeing the symptom. Oh yeah, you can hear that. I think that's probably a plate load resistor on the way out, or one of the valves. So that's in the reverb send. You can hear a tiny bit of it clean coming back through the HT, but most of it's coming through the tank itself. So that's probably the reverb driver valve playing up. 12AT7. So let's swap one of them out. Swap one of them in, out, whatever you want to say, and we'll see if that helps. Could be that simple. Oh, wrong one. I'm looking at the recovery valve. You silly duffer! That's a JJ's. What? I thought I had a, I do. Just over the back. Where's your number one pin? I need my mirror. It is pointing at me. Are you too good for your home? Oh God, why can't I see it? No. I'm looking at it 180 degrees the other way, you dickhead. Never said I was smart. Some people think I did, but I didn't. Shut up, scope. Slight trem ticking there. Turn the intensity down, I didn't realise that was on. Alright, the crackling in the send's gone away. Still got a lot of hum, but that's by design. I'm not going to wipe Fender's ass anymore, so that can stay. But I'll offer a full service as well. Now we've confirmed what the fault is. It's just a dodgy 12AT7. But probably want to check that ripple's right, and check the shitty IC caps haven't started splooging. See if he wants to do some preventative maintenance. We could probably see if he wants to pull the noise back down. I know how to on these ones, but just sick of giving the amps a good name, you know what I mean? Like, you Fender keep making shit amps and making millions of dollars each month, and we keep fixing their amps, giving them a good reputation because they're out there sounding good, so Fender sells more amps. It's starting to shit me a bit, eh? I'm certainly not doing it to any boutique stuff anymore. The backlash I got from making... I think we're back. The laptop battery went dead. You'd think it would give me a warning, but it gave me a warning, ding, 2 seconds before it shut down. Because I forgot to turn the power on to it. Stupid fucking technology. Code Can 25. I'm almost going to ban you for that joke. Almost. Yeah, so what I was saying, Mark, was I get backlash by making boutique amps sound acceptable, so now I'm just going to refuse to look at them at all. Let the local dealership deal with it. Or just leave them sounding like arse, because that's what they deserve. Not many out there anyway, so who cares? Most of the money here, income-wise, is from repairing production amps. All right, what was this one? Dropping out. Laney Cub 12. SL5 Laney. No, yep. Turns on, but fuzzy. Fuzzy. This is what happens when Michelle takes notes. How would you describe fuzzy? Distorted? Let's have a little vote, champions. If someone said an amp sounded fuzzy, what would you think it means? And we'll fire this thing up and see what the actual... So fuzzy to me would mean probably either crossover distortion or half the waveform missing, just like the last 3 amps I've looked at, except for the Fender. But fuzzy could also mean noisy, could also mean hum, buzz, could mean anything really. So let's have a listen and find out. $50 watts, 30 watts, 28 watts. And coming up. 32, 33, 35. Filtering, yeah, ghost noting maybe. So it's got 2 inputs, one's less than 1 watt, one's 15 watt, whatever that means. Okay. So it sounds like a PA speaker with a blown woofer. Oh. Alright, that's fuzzy, alright. Alright, so I think we've got a bad solder joint somewhere. Almost feels like that pot is just really bad, but I don't think so. I think we've got a bad solder joint somewhere. It's probably dirty pots as well. Got rubies all around. Ruby Soho. The world's tiniest, oh, that's good. It's one of those amps where you can reach around and electrocute yourself. Don't give it a reach around. One screw on each side of the chassis. Morning, Mum. How are ya? I made Saturday's live stream members only because I had my ranty pants on, so I thought I'll do another one today, make up for it. Plus, every time I release a Dry July non-alcoholic beverage review to raise money for victims of cancer, people unsubscribe. So, yeah, I feel like I should do some other stuff as well, even though I'm sort of too busy to do any videos, so I'll just throw the camera up and away we go. Your friend's band was Green River? You're friends with Stone Gossard? Really? One of my Facebook friends, I believe, had the task of repairing that matchless amp that he put his guitar through. He smashed his matchless DC, whatever it was, DC-30 or whatever, with his guitar in a rock star moment. Okay. Oh, this doesn't look promising. Someone's had a go. What the fuck? Come on, man. All right. Sergeant Green Cheek gun, brother. Sorry, I can't speak. So, excellent soldering ability again. Burned, oxidized, underexposed. Trash. Look at that beautiful work. They've melted the standoff. You got leads pretty much touching each other. And so much destruction. That is someone's repair job. You got bare wires able to touch each other, and that's on the transformer secondary. No idea what would make someone do that. It's obviously burnt the connector, but why wouldn't you just lift that board and solder it properly? It's not that much work. but I've got a feeling that's not even the source of this this problem. Over here, got some of the worst soldering from the factory that I've seen in a while. So yeah, don't do this to your amps, please. Maybe. So I don't really want to power that on before fixing this stuff up, because it's like there's dendrites of shit coming off it that could easily touch other things if we disturb it. That's just craziness. Alright, that goes away. I'm going to throw a higher than expected figure at that, so they... well, I'm not going to get into it at all until I fix that shit, and to do that I've got to pull the board, so... Nope. What's next? Got a JCM 900 I should probably get into and have a look at. Rivera, Marshall, Ampeg, Angle, Friedman, oh no, that's gross. Alright, let's look at the gross one because it'll be funny. Things people do to their amps. I see amps as like a, you know, like a what do you call it? Fucking, I can't think of words. Discretionary spending item, yeah? Where if you buy one, you be careful with it. But people don't think that way, so... Bro, just don't work on a Bugera and a Marshall at the same time and accidentally summon Satan. What? I worked on an amp that was literally called the Satan the other day. Marshall mode 4. Got 70 viewers. How you going, legends? Any newcomers, don't be afraid to shout out. You got to be a subscriber to comment though, so just hit subscribe so you can comment. And let us know you're here. Alright, so Marshall Mode 4s. Ridiculously powerful things, but not very reliable. They don't sound incredibly good either. They're not well built. They're pretty poorly built. Actually, very poorly built. All the pots are like plastic shafted crap, and you can see you move one pot, one next to it moves. So that's showing you that there's no mechanical There's no mechanical, you know, anchoring of that board to anything significant, which will lead to further problems. The front boards are like mounted vertically and they're staked on with these things that like to fail, and then you can't fix the things and you can't easily put a standoff there or anything because it's sort of riveted to the front panel, and you can't have a screw head between the faceplate and the chassis. Actually, there is no faceplate. It's printed directly on the chassis, I think. You can see the fold there. Sort of rolls over. So I think that's a return. I don't know. Really odd metalworking decisions here. You've got a would have been a very expensive to produce, and that's actually punched custom metal grill. You've got a actual stainless steel laser cut Marshall logo. All very expensive stuff. And then they cut corners where it actually matters. So that's dumb. We've got rust all in this area. We've got rust here. Spillage. We've got swollen chipboard here. So I think we're going to have some fluid damage. Yeah, the JTM 45 offset JTM 45s. What can you enlighten me, Neil Scott, on what the construction method of that is? Is that one of the PCB reissues, or is that a like an actual like low numbers production run hand wired thing? Like some of these companies still do the occasional run of hand wired stuff. Alright, so she's had a spill. Maybe not the end of the world. So this one's blowing fuses. Apparently, reportedly one of the output units is shorted, which is quite common. You can buy the whole replacement output unit, although you used to be able to. I don't know now. Marshall seems to be stopping all their proprietary parts. So if your amp blows up, you just got to put it in the bin and buy a new one and prop up their market price. Prop up their company. Mad that Mojo Tone no longer sells those cool offset head cabs. Ah, that sucks a bit. Hand wide limited run about 20 years ago. Ah, okay. Super expensive now. I wanted to get one of those orange hand wide ones. They looked really good back in the day. You like that kind of snow cone? Hate to tell you what a snow cone means in Western Sydney. Gooden. This got screws in the side. No. Sticky. I'm not telling you I'll get demonetized. Cling clang. Jesus, really? The metalwork's all jamming up on itself, and it's like if they allowed another millimeter, it would have been okay. And this side's stuck to the bottom from some spill. Alright. Gotcha. Had to get it past the point where the metalwork lets go so you can get the bolts for the power transformer out of the bottom. But if it's jammed in the metalwork, you can't move it enough to get to it. Alright. Cabinet, go over there. Put you aside for cleaning, because you're gross. Alright. Look at that. Ugh. Why must everything be so gross? So something's, it's got to have been acidic. It's spilled under that area and corroded the hell out of that chassis. I'm just going to vacuum up all that loose stuff because it's just grossing me out. Alright, let's see if this one's viable. No. Straight away. Oh, what's going on? This thing's stuck to the board. It's got vents in the top. No. How to get shit dropped inside it then? Alright, so we will need another output module for this because one of them's really corroded. Probably not worth repairing this one, to be honest. But they won't accept that. They want it fixed. They want me to buy parts and... Yeah, there you go, focus. So you can probably see there the difference between the two boards. If it would ever fucking focus. I can focus on my hand. Right. So focus on the amp. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that, can we? Anyway, down here, you can see this little area here is isolated. These are the two output modules, and there you got all this corrosion. So that, whatever's leaked on there is probably conducted electricity and possibly caused that output chip to fail. Yeah, it's gotten in under the solder mask and corroded from there. And over here on this one, we've got a chunk of shit stuck on the board. I don't know what it is. Looks like, don't know, looks like a bit of fabric actually, so maybe not conductive, maybe a bit of Tolex. So this chip looks like it's starting to decapsulate because there's a crack down the center where it meets the metal backing plate. So let's say that chip's probably blown. The other one looks alright, so let's check the rails. I'll just pull up a schematic for this one. Ever worked on any PRS amps? No, but I think they've only got one from memory that's worth purchasing, and I think it's their latest one. All the ones before that from memory are pretty terrible build quality. But don't quote me on that. The current one may be shit too. I'm pretty sure all their previous ones were like like barely adequate build quality. Like, I'd have to look into it though. I'm just going off what I've heard from my mates who have worked on them. So don't quote me on that, which means you're definitely going to quote me on that, aren't you? So we've got lots of rust around the corrosion around the valve board. Drops of rust and fluid have found their way into the bottom of the chassis somehow. I don't know. It's just sporadic though. It's not like one big splash. I don't know. It's weird. It's almost like it was opened by someone and it copped spillage while it was open. Let me find the Buford T Justice. How come that keeps coming up? I used to watch that as a kid and I haven't thought about it for like 20, 30 years. And now, like, there's been 3 references to Buford T Justice in 2 days. Just looking up the schematic, bear with me, legends. Pardon me. Corrosion on double-sided boards brings 10 times the trouble because the through-hole vias corrode on the inside where you can't see it. Yeah. Which is why you do plugged vias if you can. If that's an option with your manufacturer. These were like 1500 when they came out. Yeah. Source, everything's a scam. Alright? It's 2024. The only people making money enough to survive on are scams. Everything is a scam now. That's just... It's surprising when something's not a scam, to be honest. Scams are the norm now. And if you don't scam, everyone looks at you weird. Mode 4. Download. Alright, so we'll just wait half an hour for this to download. Hang on, overwrite. Did I already? Bing. Maybe I've already got it. How long ago did I work on one of these? Jeez. Alrighty. Mode 4 is like 15 PDF files. Mode 4 MF350. Maybe someone's put them all into one PDF, which would be handy. Alright, let's look at our output modules. There's our output module. Alright, so it's got a TDA 7293 monolithic power amp module chip. And that's what supplies all the power to these things, and it's in a bridge tied load configuration, which means do not attach the ground to your scope while you're measuring the output, because it will go bang. There's lots of people that have learned that out the hard way. Luckily I knew about bridge tied loads when the first one came in. So let's look at the power rail, plus minus. So 15 and 14. They've actually shared the current between pins, which is smart. So 13 and 12. Let's see if there's a short from rail to rail or from rail to ground. So which is pin 1? That's pin 1. Alright. Dead short from rail to rail. Alright, is that on the module? So let's unplug all the modules and see if the fault is on the main board or on one of the modules. And if so, which module? Don't unplug modules while the amp's on. Well, the amp's not on. Why would you unplug a module while the amp's on? That'd be a bit silly, wouldn't it? Dead short. Dead short. Dead short. Dead short. They're all dead. Well, isn't that fun? Yeah. They're all dead. I've never had them all dead before. That's pretty cool. So, bad speaker cables. Do we fix this one and then the owner... I tell the owner a million times, check your speaker cables, bring them in, I'll test them for free when you pick up the amp. They go, no, she's right, take it home and then blow it up again and bring it back under warranty. Is that going to happen? So that's 14 ohms. That's 9 ohms. That's 3 ohms. And that's 12 ohms. Alrighty then. Yeah, I can see the fuse down there blown. That's F1, so is that the primary? Yeah, F1's the primary. Alright, do I have these chips in stock? 7290, what was it? 3? 7293. I think I bought 25 of them last time. I like to stock up champions. TDA, I've had quite a few of these in though. TDA 7293, draw 26A. 26A. Oh, I've only got 2. Alright. Must have gone through them, unless I ordered more and forgot. 72. I think I might have some in my unsorted semis box. Let me just have a fish through there. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to send a quote. I'm going to allow another hour and a half or so for other issues because there is so much just corrosion and dirt and shit in that thing. Everyone's got one of these. When you order semis per job, you do the job and then they go in the bin, in the box. TDA 7293. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. Sweet. Because I don't have enough drawers, so I'm going to buy some more drawers. A big carousel thing with drawers in it. And ESD safe, of course. Now I'm going to properly catalogue all my parts and semiconductors. And have scope for expansion and archiving of obsolete stuff that's unlikely to get used often. Or specialist stuff like a DSP module, a digital to analog converter from an Ensoniq specific keyboard or something. Like, you probably have to come up with a way of like maybe like one of those concertina things and have like manufacturers keyboards or whatever part, like model specific parts, and have like just all the parts just thrown in one of the concertina things. And after all that, it would still sound like a Mode 4. Yeah. G'day, Lyle. How you going, legend? I'm doing a bonus live stream because I had my ranty pants on in the last one and put it on members only. So I thought I'll give you another one on Tuesday. And it's Tuesday. So whenever I select a part out of this box, I go through the box and just subconsciously read all the labels again. And that way I know where things are when I need them. Off the top of my head, I go, yep, I've got one of them. Just sort of photographic memory sort of setup thing stuff. Alright, so we've got enough chips to repair that. But yeah, we'll allow another hour and a half for any secondary issues because it is filthy. Filthy. Not in a good way filthy either. Not like, you know, your romantic getaway filthy. Got a TSL 100 here, which I tested yesterday. You probably saw the short. I put up a YouTube short to try and be a social media king. And it's got the conductive board issue hard. So that's... I've made an offer to the customer, a couple of $100 to buy it off him as is because it's useless. But being a TSL 100, that would be a very good test unit for my boards that I'm developing for replacement. So I need one of those amps to test, and I don't like testing things on customers' amps, so I'm going to buy that off the customer as is for $300 or something, and that'll be my test bed. And when I get a satisfactory revision of that board, then I'm going to sell the amp. Make a big thing about it's got my special super extra awesome board in it. Friedman! So I'm rewarding myself for working on a Mode 4 by working on a Friedman. So this one's come in with a report of the effects loop not having unity gain. So the signal's lower when you put when you engage the effects loop. So I haven't warmed up my playing or anything, but I'll fire this one up for a quick, just confirm that's the issue. I feel like I should practice guitar for a week before I play one of these, because I want to be like Jace, but I can't because he plays better than me. Fucking who doesn't? I'll just check that fuse rating while we're there. Knee deep in a 58 bass and a 74 super bass. I can't wait to see that super bass, buddy. What have you got planned for that live? Let us know. You can let the cat out of the bag here. No one's watching. We've only got 75 viewers. It's fine. Oh, it's got arse caps. That's always a red flag. I might give the customer the option of changing them out. Speakers, impedance 16 ohm, yep, that's for us. Loop on or off. Alright, let's plug a cable into the loop and see what's going down. Nope, that's speaker. Going to be a super bass stock. Might add a tiny bright cap. That's it. Okay. They're using it for guitar or bass? Let there be rock. Bing, bing. Stand by. Turn the master down for now. Give it some sine wave. I set that to 400 Hertz for your delicate ears. And we'll see what happens when we engage the effects loop. It's for guitar. Friedmans usually have trim pots inside for the loop level. Yeah, he's spoken to Dave, and he tried adjusting the trim pot, but it's outside the trim pot's range. So Dave said you might have a bad LND 150, and I've got them in stock. So there was a big shortage of them for a while there, the LND 150s. Alright, so when it's down, I guess it's out. And there is a level mismatch there. But when you plug in, it's the same. So there's a level mismatch when he bypasses it, but not when it's unplugged. So I'm not sure that's an issue. Like, if you're flicking your bypass switch on the back on and off, it's different, but when you're plugged in, it's the same level if you're plugged in or not. Let me think about this. So when you're bypassing it, it sounds about 3 dB louder. So why is that an issue? I wonder what he's doing with it. I don't know what he's got in his effects loop or how he's utilising it. I might have to give him a quick call and just confirm. But it doesn't mean we can't have a browse at the guts while we're here. Swap to Mag 2 to a 470k input. Anyone had a chance to try the new Friedman Plex? I've heard it's very good. Silver Jubilee. Sorry, I'm reading backwards again. Looks like it's a dirty Shirley. It's a shirty dirly. I'll have a look, just check that this might be the ones with the bad ass caps. Bad ass. I'll just check that they're not leaking. Friedman made a change to the loop, but that was about 5 years ago. I think this is before that. How about I tune up first, eh? How about that? Don't even know what note I'm sitting at. Sorry, champions, I don't have perfect pitch just yet. I don't know fucking anything, do I? Where's my tuner? Got a Boss TU-12EX. I can't find them anymore. They're really good tuners, chromatic. Almost as accurate as the Peterson, to be honest. And they're nowhere to be found. Boss, make these again. This one's bloody 10 years old and it's still a trooper. It barely eats batteries, but it's still got a DC input. If anyone's got a Boss TU-12EX, send it to me because I love them. Ooh. Oh, that's my cable again. Suppose I should put the mic on it so you can listen to it. Yeah? I'll knock shit over because my fucking workshop's not big enough. Yes, it is. It's massive. Just working on 10 fucking amps at once is a pain in the ass. think that's us. A bit of hiss there. The presents up. Well, champions, I think that sounds very nice myself. I'm not very good at playing at 8 in the morning. I've got a bit of tennis elbow too, courtesy of the other week. Moving stuff around. Oh, power switch is very loose. That'll need addressing. But yeah, excuses. Hey, I just need more practice. Need more practice, more theory, more everything. I need more hours in the day. But that sounds really nice. It's got Sovtech 5881s in it. 5AR4 rectum fryer. Flat blade screwdriver. What are we talking about? We're talking about all bullshit marketing stuff. Directional traces. Oh yeah, they're directional. They've got to go where they're going, eh? What are we talking about? Silver plated, blah blah blah. Brad Delp was my spirit animal for a long time. Most of us, I could hit most of those notes too, except the Stratosphere falsetto ones. Okay, I don't know who that is. You still got the Rockman headphone amp. Two-trick pony sounds a bit dated these days. Good, and they are going up in value, brother. I did a video, I think, or maybe a Facebook post about making a retrofitted bipolar supply for one powered by a 12-volt AC wall wart. And every week there's someone emailing me, please, may I please purchase that, please, power supply, please? I'm like, I never made any. I just did a Vera board one. I've done layouts for them in KiCad, but I haven't pulled the trigger on ordering them because I haven't had another one come in. Suppose it's another project I should put through. Yeah, Boston Singer. Ah, okay. Thanks, Scotty. But like, I've only ever seen 2 of them. They were in for recaps. It's usually studio guys that have them. Yours is in a box in pieces. You got one too, Lou. It's got a dead cockroach. That's fun. Nashua 32 something insulative tape. Someone's been in here before. Oh, the customer probably, because he mentioned that he adjusted the trim pot, but you can see the tape's ripped up a bit. Alright, so I'll rotate this one around and we'll get our big ass screwdriver. Mama, feeling. Replace the roach, yeah. Doesn't have trem, this one. Do not open or attempt to service the amplifier by yourself. Well, customer already did that, so too late. Refer all servicing to an authorized dealer. Refer to instruction manual for additional warnings and precautions. Hi Dave, if you're watching. Jace said Dave watches a lot of my videos. I don't think he watches live streams because he's a busy man, but I think he watches my edited videos. So, but if you are watching, Dave, don't be a stranger, mate. Shout out in the comments. I like the cut of your jib. Apparently he likes me swearing, so who doesn't? So I'll try and lift it sort of directly up, not rip the tape up any more than it already has been. Okay, we're just gonna miss those valves, I think. No. Alrighty then. What are we working with? 5-watt Dale, 470 ohm screen grids. So this one's yeah, obviously it's got 5881. Oh, sorry, you're not in frame. Hang on. When am I going to be on Tone Talk? I don't think I'm. I think that's a bit above my pay grade there, champ. You seen the guests they have on? I'm just a dickhead in his garage fixing fucking Mode 4s and Marshall MG combos and shit. I'm just a nobody, brother. Repairing stuff doesn't get you notoriety at all. It's when you build stuff that people start paying attention. Unfortunately, even though repair, in my opinion, is probably a more difficult thing to survive in. Alright, so we've got the generic silver micas, which can go a bit noisy, so I'll check them, ask the customer if he wants to change them out. I think Dave's moved away from them recently, or not recently, like further back. Got the old Nichicon VXM axials there in the bias supply. We've got another cap there. Is that, what brand is that? Can't see a logo on it. They had Lyle on. Yeah, but Lyle's a few steps above me, bro. For starters, he's more couth. More couth. Yep. There goes a loud Subaru. I talk too much shit on my channel. I'm too much of a clown. Like I told you, I'm a janitor with a soldering iron. Cleaning up dead cockroaches and stuff like that. Besides, I don't know enough about the history of the stuff, the amps that they work on, like, or they build. Like, they know every component and every friggin' generation of every Marshall ever made. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one with the thing. Yeah, cool. Whatever. Does it work? Yep, sweet. Quite a strategic carbon comp there. I wonder what that's all about. That's the dropper, I believe. Sorry, champs, I'm just taking it all in. Alright, so he's got the Friedman Loop V2 FET. The bypass is a proper true bypass. Okay, so it's not able to reproduce. I'm going to have to test the output and the input levels and see where the problem's occurring. Is it not driving with enough, or is it not recovering with enough gain? You were with Lyle, Dave, Santiago, and Jason last year on a live stream. Yeah, what channel was that on again, Alex? Somehow I just know Dave would love your unedited self. I don't do editing around here, but when I do edit, I don't edit out my character. I just edit the silent bits when I'm moving cabinets around and thinking. I generally don't censor myself at all, and that's the problem. I haven't seen the Jake E. Lee episode. Is he a bit of a bit of a rat bag? Is he? The Fry Out interview went right into the nerd weeds and never came out, and it was awesome. That was that was on Head First. Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, that was amazing with Santiago. That was it was very good. I did watch that one. I try to watch all Jace's ones, particularly live streams. Sometimes it's depressing seeing anyone that's better than me play. I mean, your in-person uneditedness. Well, you're getting it right now, champions. Alright, I'll have to go back and watch that J.K. Lee episode, because that sounds like you guys are big fans of it. What are we working on? I'm just checking out a Dirty Shirley Friedman. The loop level's attenuating a bit too much at some point. So what we'll do, we'll fire it up again. I'll just give it the dummy load so I don't deafen you. How's he constructed this? So this is 9mm birch ply, and he's actually glued on a cleat of 6mm ply to form the lip for the return on the back, thereby keeping the weight down a bit. Some delicate Tolex work there. When you're in these little fiddly bits here, it's hard to fudge that. So they've done a good job with the Tolex. Those fiddly little details like that are a real pain in the ass. But from the back it looks perfect. They were pretty toasty. What, like drunk? Then they all got COVID. Did they meet in person? Did they? It wasn't via Zoom or whatever they use. Alright, so we're still rigged up for 16 ohm, which is fine because that's what the dummy loads are configured for. Yes, I'll tighten that switch. They're Fender style switches, which I found out the hard way recently. You can't use a Marshall style switch when you got the transformer like a JTM, because the body of the switch is too close, so you're forced to use single pole, single throw, which is a bit annoying because I like the dual pole, dual throw on at least the mains power, because you can isolate the neutral and the active for maximum safetage. Joe passed out. What? Freette has a stream where people pass out on stream? Can you clarify that for us, Scotty, and tell us what happened? Because I'm going to have to go back and watch that. Surely they deleted that one. Someone passed out on stream. And here's me on Dry July. Fuck. God damn. God damn. Turn the master down. Oh, hang on. The master's in front of the effects loop. Okay, we'll leave the master at 12 o'clock. We'll just put everything at 12 o'clock. Guess my favourite time of day, lunchtime. That might blast us with output though. Let's have a look. Freette hosting a radio show from the early 90s. Ah, it was in the 90s. Joe, Stephen and Dave. Dave and Jake live interview. Have to watch that one. Drinking happened. Fuck, I don't like the idea of being drunk on stream. I don't like the idea of being drunk really anymore. It's embarrassing a bit. Like being a bit, you know, festive is one thing, but being proper drunk, it's embarrassing in public, I think. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll get on it pretty hard, but I won't get to the point where I'm drunk. Like, drunk. Because I just sort of go quiet. Stop talking because I'm worried about sounding slurring and stuff. It's not a good look. We had friends around for dinner a couple of weeks ago, and their son just turned 18. So I said, here you go, you can have a whiskey with us now. So him and his dad, his dad and myself were having a whiskey. I said, you can finally have a whiskey. So we got like an Ardbeg 10. And there you go, try that, mate. And we're thinking he's going to taste it and go, whoa, fuck. And he just shoots it like a fucking dumbass. I'm like, man, what are you doing shooting whiskey? Come on. Come on. Okay, interesting. We've got an increasing noise floor with the master at like 100 millivolts at maxed out. So I'm wondering if those silver micers are starting to present noise. That's a lot. Anyway, we'll just get some level happening there. I'll put the gain on, say, 1 or 2. Set the clipping. Is that the clipping? What are you doing? You are the cathode bypass cap for the second stage. That's what you are. So let's set you to fuck all. Let's bring the master up a bit and watch the hectic noise on the tip. $1.4 volts, that's a nice round figure. So what are we measuring? So if we go bypass, we've got 4.7 volts. If we go non-bypass, 1.8 and 5.1. So the output, that's massive. Sorry, I'm just mentally tracing the circuit. Alright, so treble, so red is the input, 5.1. And then when you switch that over, it's loading it down, goes to 4.7. 4.1 to 4.7. So when it's bypassed, it's at 4.7. And when it's not bypassed, the send is 5.1 and the return is 1.8. Okie me dokies. Alright, so Alex, 2 trim pots on this thing. One of them's adjusting send, one's return, yeah? Bourbon and Coke for me. Don't bring drugs into it, Peter. Shane, $5. Thanks, mate. I wanted to take the time to say thank you. Do not let all the negativity get you down as you're honest and do good work. Enjoy the channel. Thanks, mate. It can be hard being honest. Like John Cougar Mellencamp said, hard times for an honest man. No, it's literally, we're in the post-truth world now, man. So if you say anything vaguely truthful, you get shot down in flames by everyone. It's really weird, and it's not just this industry either. Same thing happens in the computer industry. Lewis Rossman always talks about it, about chill channels and how that's becoming the new reality. What's his name, my man? Camera Conspiracies talks about it. It happens in the camera industry too. He got like called out by some fucking weirdo saying that he doesn't know what he's talking about because he has an opinion. It's like, he's yeah. And then what's his name? The other bloke, I'm forgetting his name, but the bald bloke, the European bloke, he's getting shot down for everything he says these days by the large companies that he's trying to review things for. Did you lose subs for telling those people to be polite to each other, Lyle? Are you fucking serious? I heard you say that and you were very measured in your response, or too measured. I would have told them to go fuck themselves. But what, you lost subs because you told them just to be polite? That's the world we're living in, champions. How are you supposed to win with that shit going on, right? Anyway, Alex, where are you, mate? Give me a close-up. Okay, sorry. So there's the Metropolis loop, there's Jason's head first loop, there's your loop, Alex, and there's Friedman's loop. They're all similar, from what I gather. You got 2 trim pots there. Well, let's just bloody turn it and find out, eh? It's not changing anything. That's probably going to change it after this. I thought it might be input attenuation. Let's check the output. That's not changing anything. Put it back where it was. And that's not changing anything. Put that back where it was. Alright, so nothing's changing anything. Okay, there's a plus 4 to minus 10 switch which has been bypassed out. And that's in that area. So let's have a look. What's the voltage on the gate of this FET? Fuck all. Why? Henning, that's it. Henning bitches too much too. I like his bitching. I think you kind of have to, Scotty. You have to bitch about this stuff because people need to know that what they're becoming conditioned to is all bullshit and it's just marketing. It's just thinly veiled marketing, right? People need to know what the truth is. And you've got to sort of overcompensate because the whole scene is flooded with disguised marketing. You need to actually shout from the top of the fucking hills what the actual truth is. Buy the shit yourself and review it honestly. Okay, who's going to fund that, Scotty? That's why us repairers are in a good position because we get to look at heaps of shit that's broken. So we sound negative because everything that comes in is broken. so, you know. Yeah, that was handled appropriately. 5 less dickheads, as Brad would say, yeah. Yep, don't worry about it. I think some people just peruse their categories of interest just for drama. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of that happening, particularly in the camera industry. Really don't need subs like that, Lyle. Is there for the wrong reasons, yeah. All amps are great when they're free. Getting paid to smile with the guitar, yeah. Break the jack normaling the cables. Okay. Break the jack normaling with cables. Yeah, that's what I did before and it was still attenuated. Hey, this is virtually identical to the Metro loop. Okay. Those were 5 that were not needed. Yep. Everyone loves rational inquiry until the data goes against your pet theory. Happens in science too, yeah. See, a good scientist likes to be proven wrong. You also see what doesn't come in. What? Hi Brad, hope you do a video when you get around to fixing my Laney Cub 12. I just did, Alan. Did you see it? It's someone's had a go at soldering it, mate. It doesn't look very pretty. Rewinding the video a bit. Yeah, it's I'm gonna need to pull that main board out to fix up that area that's been hacked up, and I've got to do that before I can even do anything else to find out what the actual problem is. Can you repair old Gibbs spring reverb tanks, mate? No. Throw them in the bin and put a new one in. Alright, level remains the same. When I bypass it, the level goes up. So you bypass it. And the signal at that point is 4.6, 4.7 like before. You engage it. Even with the plug-in, the send is 5.1 volts and the return is 1.8. Only a few I can stomach, like Pete Thorne, who makes no bones about the fact he doesn't do reviews. He does paid product demos and turns down ones he can't show much good about. Yeah. If you're honest about it, go for it. Anyone get the belt and digital reverbs to work? I've never seen one. Yeah, they work fine. They don't sound great, but they work. Are they based on a PT 2399? Does anyone know? Or the guy like John Cordy, most of what he actually reviews, he either bought himself used or new, and then resells or borrows from friends locally. But again, if you're buying stuff and you're reselling it, are you really going to be honest about if it's shit? Because you're trying to sell it. Unless you sell it before you release the review. How you going, RJ? What's happening, brother? What are you working on, champ? What do you got on the bench, RJ? Alright, so Metropolis loop. Let's have a look. I just got told again that I do not understand the Origin 20 circuit. Sure you don't. Sure you don't. Fucking Marshall don't understand the Origin 20 circuit. No Metropolis in my folder. Let's have a look online. I've seen the schematic before. I'm just trying to figure out which one it is. Because it's been, everyone's ripped it off now. It's just common knowledge now. Alright, so that's the send. And the return. Sorry, well, I'm just frowning at the screen, champions. This is why I often don't live stream this kind of stuff. Okay, so they're using LND 150s, but two of them. This has only got, oh yeah, this has got two of them. So that should be the dead set input. Dead set! And that's what we got there. .8 volts. What? Wait a minute. Where's the ground for this? Am I tripping balls here? Where's the fucking ground? 327 volts there, 224, 5.9 volts, 0.6. Where's the high voltage? Where's the high voltage, champions? 0.4. Try not to slip. 0 volts. 125. Okay, so I think we've got a short of FET here. 5.9. That should be like 100 and something volts. That's definitely an LND 150. Alright. Fucking focus, you piece of shit. That's it. Go on manual focus. Manual. Emmanuel. There we go. Look at that. Sharp as. It can focus. It's just autofocus is dog shit. And now I can't change the exposure. Oh, fucking hell. Cameras, man. They're going to kill me. You know what? When I put that on auto, it focuses like a champ. I went too far there, but... maybe I spoke too soon. Whatever. R2 is a 2 meg 2. R2 is indeed a 2 meg 2, yeah. But yeah, I think I've got a shorter FET there, bro. So let's, shit, it's the first time I soldered up the fired up the soldering iron. All stream. You know what? You fucking know what? I'm gonna go silent for a sec, champs. Hang on. Alright, you got me? Copy? Copy. Why is that so fucking far out? Alignment. Alright, that's as far as I can go with my 40mm. But I'll just put the, just getting the shits with the fucking autofocus. So the, oh, look at that. Auto zoom. All I gotta do is hit manual focus and it zooms in. Fuck, that's good. I might, yeah, that's a workaround. So I've got to set to autofocus assist. So when you zoom in, no, sorry, when you change focus, it zooms in to show, like, to help you focus on whatever you're aiming at. But that actually works when I set it to manual with the ring. It has the effect of zooming in, so I can use that as a momentary zoom in feature. Huh. That looks way better, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, then it goes back. Okay. Maybe that's not the most useful feature. Guinness tastes like soy sauce. Oh, come on, mate. Grow up. Alright, let's unplug this thing and work on it. Hiccups. So, I'm going to snip this thing off as close to the body of the component as I can. Check for stray voltages before I go touchy. 1.5, 0.15, sorry. 0.15. See you, Christopher Butler. Enjoy your drive home, mate. I hope it's peaceful and enjoyable. Put some classical music on. Put a bit of jazz on. My clippers have a little notch right in the tip, and that's right where I needed to use it just then. Alright, so obviously we'll get no signal now, but I just want to check that that voltage has come back. I'd like to try a genuine Guinness. You never had a real Guinness? So the trick is don't drink the draft. Draft is sort of like a light beer. It's like 4-point-something%. It's creamy and whatever, but it's for sustained drinking over a long period. If you want the real deal, you got to get the Guinness Original, or whatever it is. It's like 5.8%, and it's really full and tastes good. There's the fucking thing that you've been looking at. The main reason I wanted a camcorder is because the zoom range is monstrous. But yeah, she can't focus on fuck all anymore, so I think I think her time is done. I might donate it to someone. Might give it to my uncle to do art stuff with, because he can set it to manual focus and just leave it. Is that a big beige can? No, it's a bottle with a black label. Top board hacking. I'm just measuring it, champion. Right, now we've got 340 volts there. That's what we want. So extra stout, that's the one. Thanks, Rob. So, get out my little box of tricks again. We'll fix this one on the spot because it's the only thing that's wrong with it. I might ask him if he wants to change out those silver micas because I think they're affecting the noise floor as well. There's sort of brown noise that they inject. They don't inject like white noise. It's like a brown or pink noise. Brown noise, pink noise. LND 150s. See, I know they're right there because I just flicked through and I knew even where they were in the pile. See how effective it is to just refresh your memory on your unsorted box. So technically it's sorted, isn't it? Be careful, it tastes like Guinness. Oh, come on. Just because you like beautiful Belgian beers. Beautiful Belgian other things too. Dave would replace with V-Shape 562R. Okay, I think I've got them in stock there, Alex, because I like them too. Do they have oh, you asked that last stream, didn't you, Curtis? Do they have Trader Joe's in Australia? No, we do not. I don't even know what they are. What are they? What's Trader Joe's? Is that like, I think we've got an equivalent of that called, oh, used to be one in Penrith and it's gone. I can't remember. I like beautiful Belgians. Who doesn't? So now we do hack the top of the board. But guess what? Through hole plated, we can work from the top of the board and we can do it well. Unlike 90% of the amps that come in here have had done to them in the past. And cut the leads off and then gently extract them with tweezers, and then we remove the solder from the old hole. It's a bad grocery chain. Okay, so it's like Aldi for people who think they're buying better things. So yeah, I think we've got one of them too. Alex, help me out here. Aussies. I got my big tip on. Story of my life. Big tip getting in the way all the time. Reason to watch you and Lyle and ask you questions is you're both honest and say it like it is, no matter what anybody else will say. Thanks to both of you. Thanks, Kimball. It's hard to remember that sometimes. You've got to think you're doing it for the champions. You're not doing it for the fuckwits. So I was talking to someone about this the other day, and you've got, say, 90% of your viewership are fucking legends, right? 95% of your viewership are legends. Maybe 2% are on the fence, might be a bit of a dickhead, and then 3% are absolute fuckwits, right? Probably 0.1% of the 95% of legends actually interact and leave messages, right? Like 0.1%. I remember the names of about that many because they comment. But 100 fucking percent of the 3% of dickheads comment on everything, right? So dickheads have to have their opinion known by everyone because they're big daddy boys that fucking tell everyone how it is, you know? Whereas your average well-adjusted person has no need for that. So we interact in a pleasant way. But the fuckwits always have to have the, you know the bloke at the pub, the one that won't shut up, that everyone tries to avoid. One who thinks he's hilarious, you know, that kind of shit. The one that starts a fight if you look at him sideways. Well, they exist in the online world too. Clear holes. Rage always spreads faster than love, algorithmically, yeah. Dave! Here he is! How you going, legend? You finally made my live stream. Do you watch my live streams, Dave? I'm a bit embarrassed. Better have my A game on. Yeah, I think my customer got in touch with you, Dave, about this dirty Shirley. And you were right. You told him that it was probably a bad LND 150, and I've got one right here. I'm just installing it right now. And you can hear my fucking terrible playing. Alright, cut a bit more off those leads. I want it to only be about 2-3 mil above the board surface like the old one. He's the big man. Good to have you here, Dave. I was just talking about these silver mica caps. I think they might be injecting a little bit of noise because there's quite a bit of broadband noise or low frequency hash happening. And that was with the loop bypass too, so I don't think it was that LND 150 causing the drama, but it was definitely dragging down the supply rail there. So let's see where we're at now. I think we should be able to adjust that properly now. I'll just tighten that switch up before I forget. Can I fit my spanner in there? Might be able to fit my spanner in there. Boom, 14mm, first go. I'm on a roll. So you didn't get enough Australian bullshit with Jace's recent visit. You got to come to my channel, Dave. So you guys had a good time. I just watched his vlog update about the trip, and it was quite entertaining. I'm hoping to get over to the States about this time next year, catch up with Lyle and the boys, and Shell's got some old mates in friggin' Iowa, which I don't want to go to. I'm not really that into potatoes, so no, that's Idaho. I don't know, one of the I states. Whatever. I love it when a spanner fits in that gap. Oh, what, you talking about my ass crack? Double check the carbon resistor, some failed, don't use anymore. You're talking about the dropper here. I mean, the preamps, you know, the whole amp sounded great. It was just that effects loop issue, but I'll just have a look at what drift we've got, if any. Not many, if any. We're at 13.7k. So I might change that one out too. Yeah, I'll call a customer and have a quick talk to him about it first, just to see where we're at. I just want to establish that we've fixed the issue with the effects loop level first. So let's do that. Apparently they have a cracking music scene. Who does? Idaho. Hey, you live in Idaho, do you, Scotty? Sorry, mate. I'm Idaho. Just think of that Ralph, you know, where he's dressed up as Idaho. Iowa is like 99% cornfields. Well, there's a reason that Slipknot named the album after it in not so glowing terms. Helps if you're on the right meter setting. I've got the voltage coming up. She's rising a little slow. Taking some time to stabilise. 278, 280. on the supply. But we're getting up there. Still rising, 185, 180, 190. It's been switched on for a good, what, 30 seconds now, 200. Let's see what the level's at now. Right. Okay, now we've got fuck all. Probably because the trim pot's off. $239. Right, so our voltage is back. Now we've got no signal. Happy days. I've had those carbons fail. They will drop the voltage. Yeah, I'll check on that. Let's see what we're at on that node. We've got 303. We've got 354. Alright, we're back. We're back, baby. We're back. Alright, just adjust that till there's no change. And we're there. Problem solved. So, when we're bypassed, we're sitting at 4.8. When we're not bypassed, 5.2 on the send. Oh, shit, slip. 4.8 on the return. So it's looking the same on the scope. Where's the switch? Slight difference. But there's loading issues to contend with there too. So let's just check it on the output. 3.29, 3.31. Barely discernible. Which is a bit touchy. 3.293, 3.3. As AVE says, good enough for the girls I go out with. So, that's sorted. So, I think I'll leave this one here. We'll have a quick listen. Why not? Dave can hear my shitty playing. Embarrassing, but, you know, no time to practice when you're fucking working 13 hours a day, eh? Still on 16 ohms. You got to put these fuckers away, champions. Look, my other jumper, these are made out of plastic. But on this one, they're made out of metal. So you got to watch that shit. Stick that down inside there. That shit falls out. I should know this from being a wood machinist in my past life. It's a really old one. Oh, did you put dates on them anywhere, Davo? You got a date code on the trannies? 99? No, surely not. I was still in high school. It's got your signature. It's sounding great. Well, you know, despite my playing, but I'll just turn my cabinet mic on again. Yeah, semiconductors in general in amps, just, they twig me out. They fail for no fucking reason. Like, the variable voltage setup, no matter how much you heat sink them, I think just unregulated supplies, just every now and then a spike gets through and just fucking nails the silicon. Like some of the Tone King Gremlins with their variable voltage setup, just spontaneous failures for no one's real fault. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just nervous about using. I mean, it works in. It's not like a solid state PA amplifier's output stage or anything is regulated. It's all unregulated, but don't know. They're just, every time there seems to be a semiconductor failure in a, well, not a line 6 thing, which I'm about to do a video on, but every time there seems to be a semiconductor failure, it's just, you can't really find a reason for it. So you just replace it and it's good. You send it on your way. You never see the amp again. In 10 years' time, you see the bloke. He's like, yeah, it's been fine. It's like, 2013. What was I doing in 2013? I was building our version of the Lowe's hardware stores in Australia. It was called Masters Home Improvement. They rolled them out in every state. There was like 150 stores. They were open for about 18 months and then they all went bankrupt. I was fitting them out as a shop fitter. Sorry, I'll just mute my mic. Sweet as, problem solved. I wonder, it makes me curious, has Dave just lurked here the whole time and then as soon as like his amp gets on the bench, he chimes in? Or is he like Batman and the bat signal goes up, someone needs my help, there's one of my amps is in trouble. And he just appears out of the darkness. I hear you have a problem with your effects loop. I'm here to help. Anyway, I'll pass the information on about the carbon comps and the silver micas to the customer. See if he wants to change them or just leave it as stock and worry about it if anything happens in the future. But I'll let him know that Dave suggested to change them. But like all decisions, well, all sort of discretionary stuff I'll leave up to the customer. If anything's fucking caught fire, obviously, I'll just change it anyway, but that's good. Another one resolved. I just happened to see it live and clicked on it. Shirley. I really like the Dirty Shirley, well, the BEOD pedals as well. That's, in my opinion, one of the only fucking overdrive pedals that holds a candle to an actual amp overdrive. You've done good work there, my friend. I'd like to sell them in my shop, but you've probably got deals going on with the bigger shops that will turn over fucking more than I can. So Dave, have you seen my shop, mate? This is my shop behind me. It's all dark. Oh shit, I've got to open. It's 9:05. Bear with me, legends. Turn on the music, background music. So I sell DB Technologies, QSC, Allen and Heath, Cali Audio, Audio Technica, Mark Bass, Sterling, FGN, Faith Acoustics, Ernie Ball and everything that entails, Quick Lock, Amphenol, Elixir, D'Addario, and other bits and pieces, as well as restored secondhand stuff. Henry. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm just logging into my computer in the office to play some background music for the shop so it doesn't feel like an alien experience when you walk in. I want it to feel welcoming and warm and cozy because outside's horrible. The customer experience when they walk into the shop is pretty important to me. I like it to feel like a nice welcoming place to be. Got Double J on the radio because I'm a hipster. Get a bit more light happening in the shop. Yeah, my spotties that are shining on the guitars. Couple of lighter motion flat 1212s. Thanks, Juan, for a non-alcoholic beer. Thank you, mate. Is the countdown's on? $200 more for any changes, yeah. In Tolex, what? Purple Tolex. Oh, so okay, so that's $200 more for custom builds, custom finishes. I mean, it's a nice shop. Thank you, Joe. Yo, brother, I sleep accidentally click your video and got sleep paralysis. What? What are you talking about? His ears were burning when we referenced the Jake E. Lee interview. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that because everyone's speaking about Jake E. Lee interview, which I haven't watched yet. I'm gonna have to watch that because it sounds like it was a hell of a time. It sounds like it's right up my alley. You know me, an uncouth fucking foul mouth cockhead. That's me. What do we got next, champions? JCM 900 Rivera, Bogner Uberschall, tennis elbow, Laney GH50L, Fender Blues Deluxe, Little Walter. Oh god, I don't even want to do a video on that one because I know I'm going to get flamed by all the fanboys. I'm just fucking over it, eh? Oh, I've got to do Kev's DT25 line 6, but I'll do that after the stream because that's boring. Let's just check out the JCM 900 for now, eh? Just meat and potatoes kind of gear. Did a couple of AC15C1s yesterday, and I don't know, I think my opinion's changing a little bit about that amp. They sound good, but A, they put shit tubes in them, right? We can't ignore that fact. B, this one actually had a mix-match of what am I trying to say? A mishmash of different capacitor brands. Normally they've just got the Novas. The Novas are actually really good. I don't think I've ever seen a Nova cap fail, whoever builds them. I think they're their own company. But this one had some off-brands in it as well, and they were from the factory. And two of them were shooting their shmoo. So, yeah, we can't overlook the fact that they used shitty caps in some serial number runs and not others. Probably availability issues, but yeah, there's that, and they bias them too hot, and the screen grids aren't, the screen grids only got, I think, 470 by stock values in that, and they eat EL84s for breakfast. Look, when you fix all that stuff, they sound good, but fucking hell, you shouldn't have to re-engineer an amp just to make it reliable, but that seems to be the norm these days. You love your little sister. Well, that's good of you, JDS. You must be a good brother. I cracked myself up a bit too much. So these ooh, there's an extra screw in that one. Must have been bulging out at some point. These rear grills often go walkabouts. Vent not smashed at least, yeah. So you used to be able to buy these as an aftermarket thing up until recently, but it's Marshall for you, eh? Used to be able to get those parts until... I like the look of the... What are you talking about, Alex, there? What? Are you having a bit of an episode there, Alex? You okay, mate? Use our safe word if you need help, alright? You remember our safe word, Alex? Put Dave's screws away. In our Chinese container. Right, so I think I mentioned I've cut off repairs for the rest of the month. Ooh, reverb's not attached. Maybe that's why the reverb's not working. Faulty tank. It's got written in Texter. Okay, well that's handy. Previous tech leaving hints. What have we got here? JJ's. That one's got a suspiciously white logo. That might be a power tube issue. Okay, so is this is everyone using you to solve their problems in chat, Dave? Because if you just want to relax, tell them all to fuck off, alright? Dave's not here to fix your problems. He's relaxing. Yes, can't think of... I think I can't write out cunt without you getting flagged. You can write that on my channel. You can write whatever you want, Alex. I'm seeing other channels claiming that their videos have been removed for offensive content, but mine seem to still go to air. I don't know. Maybe they've just got like pearl clutching audience that reports everything they do. I don't know. I think I've filtered most of those ones out. Dave's not here, man. Yes, he is. That's a good move, Kimball. Wonder if that guy from the last stream ended up buying that mess of boogie that he desperately wanted me to advise him to buy. Tube retainer's bad. These ones, yeah. They're not great. So it's the same old argument with stuff like this. You try to explain to the customer that this is bad or this is good or this is bad, and they're like, oh, it's been fine with it all this time. I'm like, okay, yeah, righto, whatever. So it can be hard to convince people sometimes. Just like the same old argument whenever Lyle or I show anything wrong with an amp design that maybe could have been better, you get all these comments, mine's fucking 20 years old, it's never let me down. I'm like, good for you. That 3 times a month that you fucking turn it on. But half the time they could just be paid fucking, or just bots or whatever on from the manufacturer. Alright, so someone's done a top repair of the filter cap here and put a 47 mic 500 volt F&T. I can see a few mods. None of which include the film cap upgrade for the bi-supply, which is a weak point in these. Alright, nothing too scabby. It's got the usual dodginess around the J-hook repairs, and not even a J-hook really, it was just folded around the existing lead. So looks like we've got a stressed or blown fuse there on the heater. Could have a HT the cathode short on the cathode follower if it's a Russian valve. No, still got continuity. I don't like the look of that filament though. You can see it's discoloured, it's gotten overheated. So I'll be changing that, I reckon. Shut up, scope. Let's just have a look at the write-up for this one. So many jobs. 470R screens on a 5881. Yeah, I'd be upgrading them too. There's a standard sort of set of stuff I do to these, and the JCM 2000s, and everything's got its sort of base level, make it reliable mods. Blowing fuses when taken out of standby. Okay, so we've probably got a shorted. Probably just a shorted EL34 to begin with. So I might confirm that via chaos. Oh, missing nut. Yeah, I've got have a look at these champions. I've got these little silicon washers that you put under them. They're not super cheap. They're a little bit exy, but I find it's most critical on amps that vibrate. I don't think it's the overall stress of the metal on the glass, but it's that combined with vibration seems to make it eventually just eat through the glass essentially. So yeah, those ones, a little cock ring. And you chuck that under there. Sorry, that's as far as I can zoom with a little camera that actually tries to focus. You put them under the metal part, and they can still sort of move and shit though. It's not ideal. But then bear claw retainers are a bit shit too, particularly with the Coinbase 5881s that they like to ship these things with back in the day. Just do what they did on one of the amps that came in not too long ago and silicon the valves into the bases. People do some wacky shit to amps. So I just heard back about that Ashdown ABM 900 with a melted transformer that Ashdown don't like me now because I actually show things that fail on their amps. It was about $450 for a new transformer. You tell me if that's fair. I've passed it on to the customer. I haven't heard back, but that's when the customer like sort of takes offence at the cost. Plus, a lot of other people have hacked up stuff in there, so I don't think the transformer is going to be the only issue. But it was pretty funny that in the previous Ashdown video, I showed how they mounted the transformer, and I said, "This is really good. This is what you do to avoid transformer failure." And then, and then I opened the ABM 900, and they did the exact opposite. They literally the next amp on the bench, they did what I just said that they were smart for not doing. So yeah, anyway, yeah, apparently Ashdown don't like me very much because I took issue with some of their build techniques, but what do you do, eh? That's probably already got a blown fuse, isn't it? So these got cathode fuses. Looks alright. Let's check it electronically. That one's good. You quoting Cheech and Chong? Good one. Good, and you mentioned Fran from Fran Labs got a live stream taken down. Did it ever come out what caused that? Like, what was behind it? Because I'm trying to figure out how I can drop a C-bomb multiple times on a stream and be fine. She gets the video taken down. Not sure how the algorithm works, but... Harbuck Electronics. Yes. I could get one made for less. Or I could get this one rewound for less. Okay, so that's the mains fuse. Not a catastrophic explosion. Come on, Penny boy, can you do it? Can you do it? Yes, you can. Oh, be good if I had the camera selected. So you can see there, the whole inside of the glass isn't metallized like you get on some catastrophic failures. You can see the wire's just overheated and it's like sagged and then just rested against the glass and re-solidified. Look at that, focus. Shit. Maybe I've got to get a longer zoom lens for this thing, just so I can get rid of the camcorder. What am I doing? I'm putting the blown fuse back in like a fucking idiot. What do we need? 2 amp, fast blow. You in the mood for a fast blow or a slow blow? Two amps. Only got 200 of them. You guys hear the music at all? Am I going to get copyright flagged, or should I turn it down? I mean, Ashdown amps sound alright. And the one advantage is that they're made out of pretty well jelly bean components. There's not a lot of proprietary stuff. They're pretty low tech. So from a service point of view, you're always kind of going to be able to repair them until something like the transformer catches fire. It can be a little bit challenging to deal with. Get the Variac out for this one since it's blowing the mains fuse. We'll see what's going on at a lower voltage. Oh, you fucker. Tennis elbow. Don't even play tennis, for fuck's sake. Can kind of hear it? Alright, let me turn it down. I'm getting pretty sick of getting copyright strikes from hearing about, 1 decibel of background music. YouTube fucking being what it is. Power on. Variac on. Delivering fuck all volts, and at 20 volts we're at 10 watts already. Not what I'd expect for a dead short. We're at 60 volts and we're drawing 20 watts. So I think we might have a bias supply issue here with the usual cap failure, or well, if that valve itself, that single valve with the whitened logo, was shorted out, you would have had probably a blown cathode fuse on that side, but we don't have that. So I've got a feeling that all of them are drawing too much, and that's just slightly overloading the mains fuse. All right, what have we got? 161, 164, 165 and rising, 167. What we got on the grids? Minus 7.8. Minus 7.8. Minus 7.6. Minus 7.5. The slits. I love the slits. They're awesome. Can't really talk too much. My amp choice is a text annoyance. So you got a messer there, Sauce. What's an Aussie snow cone again? Well, it's when you have weed and you put some kind of white powder drug on top and then you smoke it. That's a snow cone. I don't partake in that, but I'm just letting you know what it is. I don't need drugs. I'm already dumb enough. Alright, so we've got no hard short there. So I'm going to put the meters across the primary. And we'll see if one side's going before the other. And we'll see if it is one valve going. We'll see if we can isolate it to one side. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Man, can't get my probe on there. Go to the outside one. Here we go. Oh, that's not draining off. Still got 182 volts on there because it wasn't conducting, so that's a little bit annoying. I'll connect to the center tap. Might just do it on the... It's probably easy to just do it on the transformer in this case. So the brown being the center tap, just double check that. 20 ohm, 15 ohm, or 16 and 15 ohm. Alright. So the red is on this side and the white is on the other side. So I'll just connect that at the transformer end. Easily accessible and stuff. Oh, Dave must be gone. His work here is done. He's like Batman. My work here is done. Don't like that being near V1. Probably get oscillation. Ah, you fucker! Get in my belly! Oh, he's still here. Working. Working hard or hardly working, am I right? Alright, so we've got 15.45 on one side, 15.9 on the other. That'll go up a little bit when it warms up. Let's set that over to millivolts. Actually, let's set it to volts, and we'll set the range manually. So if anything goes sky high, we can see sort of what magnitude we're dealing with. Otherwise, the meters will sit there and get all fucking confused for a second while it's trying to auto range. Oh God, Courtney Love. See, someone was telling me the other day I can't play guitar to save my life, and that's true. But Courtney Love couldn't sing to save her fucking life, and she made a career out of it, so whatever. Can't all be Robin Ford. Alright, let's bring the voltage up slowly. And when we start to conduct, we'll start to see some movement on those meters. And I'm watching the wall current meter, the wall power consumption meter, sorry. As the heaters slowly warm up, we're dropping from 30 down to 25, so I'll give it a bit more juice. We're up around 120 volts now, so we're at American voltages on the mains, 27 and dropping, 28. All right, we're up to 32. We're up at 140 volts ish. It's not very accurate, the readings on this shitbox Variac. Oh, we're starting to get some movement. .2 of a volt on one side, fuck all on the other. 0.4, 50, we're up at 60 watts from the wall. 0.4 and 0.1, 0.5. Alright, I reckon we'd have signal now. Let's see what it's doing. Oh, we just jumped on the left. Okay, so the left is running away. 1.2 volt, 1.8. So I'll knock that back a bit. See if we've got any signal and see what the waveform looks like. Alright, so we've got a reasonably clean signal. It's got the usual bits and pieces from the super bright preamp. Master, yep, sweet. So we've got some signal. Let's bring it back up again, and I'll just be watching, see what happens to that waveform as one side goes a bit fucking awry. Signal's growing. Alright, we're about equal now on both sides. Now the left hand side just runs away. Went up to like 2 volts. Just see if we can get it stable there for a minute, and I'll see if I can isolate it to one valve. Sometimes a bit of percussive maintenance triggers it. Recommendations for bass practice amp. Headphones. And a basic modeler like a Moore or a Hotone or something if you want cheap. Failing that, if you actually want to practice amp. Whoop. Yeah. Damn it. You distracted me and I fucking missed the fuse blowing. You see that? It just went, it was stable and then just went pop, bang. These little things. Got the Mark Bass CMD 101. Retail $6.95. I've got them for $5.95 Australian, so that's like $8 American. They've also got the CMD 10 something, which is the higher class one. A little bit exy for what you get, but they do sound nice. Sounds like a large amp, just small. Alright, let's take those. I reckon we've just got a bad EL34. And probably, well, definitely be changing that bias coupling cap too, because they go bad all the time. You didn't see any magic smoke, Alex. Yeah, so I'd say chances are pretty high it's that one. See the discoloration there. But then also this one's got a lot of metallization on the inside of the envelope, so I think they've all had a rough life, and it's probably due to that safety cap, the X2 class cap on the bias supply failing. So X-class caps are designed to fail gracefully in the way that they fail open, because they're usually used as main suppression, noise suppression caps. So you want them to fail open circuit, so they don't short fucking both your mains lines together. However, for a bias coupling application, what happens there, you any little spikes or whatever, or just the rating not being adequate, will make the thing slowly become a lower and lower capacitance until it doesn't couple fuck all. You'll keep bringing up the voltage on the, or you know, bringing down the voltage on the bias supply via that pot, which is not maxed out but close to it, and then eventually you'll just have nowhere to go on that pot, and the voltage won't be negative enough. Because what actually happens is, imagine a jelly roll with foil, and when there's a short, so a hole in the mylar or whatever material it is in between the two layers of foil, or the two metallization layers, you form a short via, say, a pinhole in the insulative layer. When that occurs, in a normal cap, it can go dead short. It can like melt the thing, and essentially you've got a hard short between the two conductors, the two electrodes. With an X-class cap, it's designed to vaporize the metallization in that area, so it clears the short. It basically burns the short out between the two layers of whatever metallization, be it foil or just a deposition on the film itself. So it's designed to lose a little bit of its plates each time that occurs. And what happens then, you've got less plate to plate area, so you've got less capacitance. And eventually that voltage that is being coupled, which I'll show you on the schematic, the voltage which is being coupled AC, similar to the, I guess the Princeton reverb bias supply. It uses a coupling cap. The voltage reduces to the point where it's not usable, and then your valves don't have bias supply and they run away. Of course, you didn't see magic smoke. My reflexes are too far. You catched it. That's an interesting fault, because X2 caps are way overrated voltage-wise. For AC, yes. I'm not sure about the DC differential, although that should be negligible. Let me just find a schematic, hang on. Starting to lose my voice again. I live stream for a couple of hours and I start losing my voice. JCM 2000, nope. So speaking of Princetons, Dave, weren't you working on something like something Fendery, Princeton-y type thing? There's rumours. There's rumours. You don't have to spill the beans here, mate. It's alright. Hmm. 4100. Here we go. Here we go, champions. I think I might be out of these caps too. I just used a bunch recently. That cap often fails, as do the 400 volt PI coupling caps there. Do they use 400 volts there? Not yet, but it's an idea. A really well done Princeton reverb. Well, fuck, Fender don't do it anymore, so you may as well. I can't believe Fender used that fucking speaker. If you weren't here earlier, Dave, I pulled out a Fender 68 Princeton reverb, and they used the same speaker as a Marshall DSL5. It's the Celestion 1030. It's an $80 speaker, and that's retail. So trade, it's probably a $50 speaker. Maybe I should just make a proper Messer Mark II. I think you should. And then I can finally tell all the fucking Mesa fanboys to buy something that gets that sound without all the bullshit associated with it. Because I'm so sick of trying to explain it to them. Please, Dave, make that amplifier so I can sell it for you. Everyone wants a Mesa. I saw a funny meme the other day. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it. One of my mates in America is another amp dude. I think he's just an enthusiast, but he builds amazing shit. I won't dox him. Makes me laugh. Alright, desk share. Hard to swallow pills. Your Mesa boogie isn't hard to dial in. It just sounds bad. I like that. I thought that was good. That's what we call hashtag cope. It's hard to dial in. You just don't know how to dial in. Well, my opinion, I know, you know, it's not very highly regarded, but in my opinion, an amp should sound good with everything at 12 o'clock and then tweak it from there. Just make a Princeton reverb, add another gain stage at the reverb mixer. What? At the reverb mixer? You have to be a bit clearer there, Alex. What do you mean, before or after the mixer? A Princeton reverb with a... Well, then you just the deluxe reverb, but I suppose the biggest weakness with the Princeton reverb is the cathodion phase inverter. If you change it to a long tail power, you may as well just have a deluxe reverb, eh? Bass amp. Heard Mark Bass missed his second amp recommendations. Okay, hang on. Call it a Mesa Mark II-C. What? You're showing your text screen. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Dave. Why would he call it a Mesa Mark II-C? What would you name it? It's interesting. There's an opportunity to be very snarky there in the name of the amp if you model one. My OBS window is showing. Yeah, I know. It's not like there's anything secret there, is there? It's just OBS. It's just a shit program. Alright, let's just confirm that short's not there when the valves aren't in. Oh, I've blown the fuse, duh. I've really got to... My idea in doing the live stream today was going to be a fly on the wall. I wasn't going to interact at all with chat because I just wanted to get stuff done. And here I am getting distracted. What's new? I'd love to do a proper 2C. They haven't reissued that one, have they? What did they reissue? It was the Mark 1, wasn't it? Just the lead channel is mixed with the reverb mixer. So what, no reverb on the lead? Is that what you're saying? Just the lead channel is mixed in with the reverb mixer. You're speaking in riddles again, Alex. Alright. I don't think we've got anything going on there with those valves removed. We've got the characteristic hum. Yeah, these transformers love to hum. I don't know what it is with the 900s, but it's like they're a little undersized for what they are. Just see what we've got on the bias supply. -38. So it could just be a spontaneous valve failure, but I'd like to change those. Like to change that cap, I should say, and then the coupling caps, which Lyle just mentioned. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, they are 400 volt. It's a bit sad, isn't it? So 47 nano 400 volters. Replace them with some 630s. There they are. C9 and 10. So they're on the rear board as well. That's good. So we should only have to remove the rear board. I want to mount that cap better because that cap's a bit stupid the way they mounted that. And that is C3. Oh, that's the mode 4. Don't care about that. Probably lift those Zenas off the board as well, because they discolor the board under it, getting very hot as well. And change those nearby caps because they're hugging them. There's not a lot of current there, but still quite a bit of heat. So you see here it's got those switching op amps, which are a bit of a pain in the ass to find these days. So you can see there's an op amp there, and then there's the control line there, which switches between these two. So that's your built-in channel switching right there in the op amps. M5201s. But they can be a real pain to find these days, so that's a bit of a challenge. There's your cathode follower. V1, A and B. So this is the one with the weird valve naming. 150K. I know that's the one. Yep, furthest to the left. What valve we got there? That's a JJ, so that should be alright. Sometimes the Russian valves don't like being in a cathode follower position. Like to get they don't have enough heated cathode insulation. We've got our C3 there, which is a 33 microfarad 450 volt, and they've put in a 47 microfarad 500 volt, not the end of the world. But I'd like to mount that one properly if the lead length is adequate, which it looks like it is. Alright, well, I think I know what we've got to do with this one, so we'll put that one aside. Move on to the next one. Today is assessment day. I'm just going through everything to get estimates to the customers, because they're all crying out for them. Haven't seen any massive issues on these amps. The 4100s and the 4110s, or whatever the combo version's called. It's usually the similar stuff. Biggest challenge being finding those chips if one goes short, and finding a reliable source of them anyway. I might ask him if he wants a new reverb tank, because that one's apparently failed. I'll double check that first. Oh, hang on. There's, yeah, sorry. It's got AL34s on it, and it's supposed to have 5881s. So yeah, maybe it was biased. It was never biased properly. You'd imagine that it would have failed as soon as they changed them though, so. That impedance would be a bit off. I forgot they've all got 5881s. I think they were having problems at the time with sourcing reliable EL34s from memory. I don't know. Around that time I was just a friggin' zygote, so I don't know. There is a replacement for the 5201, the NJM 2120. Okay, is that currently production though? Because running a signal through a 3 meg resistor is so good for high gain use. Oh, okay, sorry, I got you. So the mixer, yeah, you're talking about the 3 meg bullshit. Let me just catch up on the chat. Hang on. Had an original Mark 1, didn't gel with it. Tank of a box though. Yeah, they're so heavy. Neural DSP's plug-in for the 2C Plus is great. And no repair bills, yeah. Lead channel of a Mark 2C input and output is through the reverb mixer circuit. Reverb is mixed via 150k after third stage, right. Yeah, the 900s are usually toasty by the Zenas, yep. At least it's not a split channel reverb, yeah, 800. Those things are a nightmare, weren't they? The, what were they, the 2210s? 2210? 2205? I forget, one of those two anyway. I think they both had the nightmare with the switching chip. Having a 76 Mark 1 with a cherry cab. Wonder if it really needs that cool heatsink. No, it doesn't. But you may as well leave it on. Those are great for a Friedman BE100 circuit. What are we talking about? 3 meg resistor. Any tech stateside interested in work? My amp Chinese VHT Special 6. The VHT Special 6 is a really shitty amp, I hate to tell you. It's a pain in the ass to take apart, and it's like you can spend all that time fixing a tiny little amp like that they seem to go out of their way to make difficult to disassemble, and you're still left with just that amp. So Marshall thought they were going to have a problem getting EL34s up for the first year or so of 900 production, right? So they changed it to 5881s. Lyle ignores my request. It's probably because he doesn't want to work on it, mate. If Lyle's ignoring you, it's because he's not interested. I hate to tell you. There's only so many hours in the day, and you can't respond to every email, particularly ones that are just completely of zero interest. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm receiving like a dozen emails, or maybe half a dozen a day, just wanting free help. So what do? Do you sit there and spend time answering them all, or do you just ignore them? Eventually it gets to a point where you just can't answer them all. You just got to start ignoring them, because there's just not enough time in the day. Like I get home at 7 or 8 o'clock PM, and then have to do washing and cook and clean the dishes and shit. I don't have time to fucking... It's like 10, 11 o'clock by the time I finish doing all that, and it's time to go to bed and get up and go to work again. I don't have time to answer emails about, you know, stuff that I have no interest in. It's starting to get like that. It sucks a bit, but it's how it is. I'm a bit overexposed today, aren't I? Oh, hang on. I've got the manual lens. There we go. It's a bit better. Lyle ignores me all the time. It's probably a good thing. I get a lot of international people just demanding I fix their shit for them over email. I'm like, no. No, oh, hi, I was wondering if you could help. It's like, this amplifier is not doing this. What do I do? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You go and eat some breakfast and go to your job and have a smoke. I don't really care. So, yeah, it's like I'm in France. Okay. I've got a lot of invoicing to do, champions. I've had a lot of work completed over the last few days and I haven't had time to invoice it, so it's all sitting there that I don't even know it's ready. It's fun, isn't it? Alright, Bogner Ubershaw, sounding underpowered. Changed 12AX7 phase inverter, made a little better but not much. FX loop return jack intermittent. Input jack intermittent. Rivera knucklehead, not fully changing channels. Changes with percussive maintenance. Alright, let's try the Rivera first because it sounds a bit more definitive. Jason, how you going, champ? Hey Jace, my arm hurts a little bit when I do that. What should I do? Hey Jace, want to ignore Alex together? Ooh, I love you, Alex, still. Classic. You guys crack me up. Oh, fuck it. Alrighty then, we've got a knucklehead. Tray reverb. Okay. Channel 1 Foundation trademark. They love their trademarks at Rivera. High gain trademark. Low gain input trademark. Pull select trademark. They're just trying to catch up with Messer with his patent trolling. It's like the logo is a bit bent there. Someone tried to take it off at some point. Get a Uni. Okay. It's actually feels like cast aluminium. Again, no expense spared when it comes to the logo. Fucking just put a Dymo label on it, champ. I'm sorry, but especially know then is between shipping and labour that amp isn't worth it. Yeah. I'm just Porsche is my only amp. Well, you just made his mind up for him. You told him you're poor, so what you're supposed to say is, my dad owns a brewery. We're all stock market legends. This amplifier means a lot to me because it was my great-great-grandfather's great-great-grandson's amp. Click. Ooh, angle-mounted transformer. Fancy. Actually, let's fire it up first and just recreate the problem. He's given me the foot switch, so I should be able to establish whether or not... Oh, it's got a 5-pin DIN connector. It's probably that. They love to fail. I set it to 16 ohms. So I've still got the dummy load set to that. Ooh, that feels chewy. Okay, I think we've got a fucked impedance selector. Ah, it's the Bogner type too. They're a pain in the ass. Oh, I just felt something. Just felt something go pop and fall down inside the chassis. Alright, there's nothing's ever fucking simple, is it? Just try to change the impedance and now I've got another thing to fix. 150 bench fee minimum. Yep, I've got a 125 bench fee, which again is Australian dollars, but I'm going to lift that up to 155 or 150 because I'm sick of working on trash. Every time I lift my bench fee, it's just the workload increases. I didn't believe it when I was in the garage and my mate was telling me, no, you got to charge more, blah, 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 because I wasn't charging enough, and he was right. And one of the people here that hates me, it's funny, he's been going on and on about Lazy J, and what happened was in 2018 or so. I did a job for him, 2016 or something. And then he came back in 2021 and it was a different price. In 2016, it was a part-time gig in my garage. In 2021, it was in the midst of COVID, and now I've got a shop and all the overheads associated with it. Covers up to the first 2 hours. Yeah, well, so my thing was 125, so I charge 100 plus GST, so 110 an hour. And the first hour plus a little bit for admin. Admin, like sending emails and chasing up schematics and doing a bit of research if I needed to find out something about a model, that kind of thing. So a little bit on top for that. Expenses keep going up. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the other techs I know, they're struggling to charge like anything by the sounds of it. I don't understand. Maybe it's the way they present themselves. I don't know. I don't really make much effort to look professional. I am what I am. I is what I is, as we say. But I don't know. I've never had a... Sorry, champions. Just had to pop a new battery in there. Don't have the power supply hooked up for that camera. I need another backup power supply. You guys have to deal with Aussie shipping rates too, yeah. You charge 120 an hour. Sweet. $80 bench fee. I wouldn't trust someone who doesn't have a bench fee. I charge my clients to call me on the phone, yeah. So I think that's the thing. If you devalue yourself, well, everyone else is going to devalue you as well. Whereas if you stick to your guns and have some self-respect, everyone else takes you seriously as well. So everyone's got another bloke down the road that'll charge 1/10 of what they charge. But then people get the shits. They'd rather pay the money to get it done properly instead of go back to the same guy 6 times and he still can't figure it out. So everyone around here's generally tried one of those blokes and they get burned and then they go, fuck that, never doing that again. It would cost more than it's worth to repair, but please pay my $50 diagnostic fee. Yeah, that's why I make them pay it on the spot, Lyle, and I put it in big writing, non-refundable bench fee. So what do I call it? Yeah, bench fee. It's not even necessarily diagnostics. It's just the time required to take the thing apart and look at it and just talking to them. Like often you need to chat to the person for a good half hour before they're happy to even leave their gear. That's part of the reason I don't deal with the audiophile guys, because they don't trust anyone. It's their baby, you know, like, oh no, they make you do a fucking quiz. Do a quiz before they leave the thing. It's like, alright, off you go. I had one guy with a Fender 400 PS, and he's like, do you understand how to work on these things? I need evidence that you understand how to work on this amplifier. And I go, dude, it's a valve amplifier. And he's like, no, it's not, it's special. It's special. There's a special 26-step technique in making sure these amplifiers are calibrated correctly. So I go, okay, righto, where's he read this? So I jump on Google and I have a look. And sure enough, some bloke, some tech, I don't know, in the States has gone 26-step process to, you know, servicing this 400 PS. So he's just read off this website that there's a 26-step process. And like step 1 was like, check the fuse. Step 2 was like, plug it in the wall. So, all right, bye-bye. Bye. Have a good day. You don't need customers like that, champions. Never heard from him again. And that's a good thing. Very complex cabinet in this thing. It's impressive. Maybe a bit too complex. Yeah, well built anyway. Birch ply. Feels solid. Vent in the bottom. Vent in the bottom? Oh, yeah, because it's top mounted. Oh, they love a chat. Oh, yeah, they love a chat. Saturdays are a complete write-off here. Because I didn't used to be open Saturdays. It just used to be working day. Because that was usually the day I did headstock repairs and stuff at home. I don't publish my phone number either, no. Everyone gets upset about that. Plus, yeah, so the phone number's the biggest one. But I don't publish my email anymore either. Because all I was getting was junk. And scams. Scam after... Fucking scam after scam. All the internet is nowadays just scams. So I took the email address down. And I took my phone number down. And it's been a lot quieter since. And that's good. If anyone wants to contact me, it's via the website contact form. And that has... you know, the are you a robot bullshit, and that actually does help. So I had an audiophile client transfer 14k into my account by mistake. What was he doing? Buying new fucking cables for his speakers. I can't talk to the audiophiles, man. I can't tell you that your thing's beautiful when it's just an amp. Like, oh, the leads really increases the stereo soundscape. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But you've got to stand there and you've got to nod your head and agree with them or they get upset. It's like enabling a mental illness. Fuck that. Working for the musos, bro. That's where the real nobility's at. Alright, so I had one of these recently where the Nippon Chemicon caps have all leaked, but this one is a lot younger. So, hopefully it doesn't have that problem. However, we definitely have the dodgy output impedance switch. So let me just check that it's got continuity first. It feels ultra crunchy. Ugh. Is that any bigger? A little bigger. Recapture. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Peter Moore, try Simon at Bogan Boutique Amps. That's a cool name for an amp. I just did the full Lupe rewiring on a 58 Bassman. Whoa. Okay. Work is usually word of mouth because they want to hang around and look over my shoulder. Yeah, fuck that. That's really rude when people want to do that. I don't like that a lot at all. My favourite is directional cables for AC signals. You can't measure it, you can't scope it, but they can hear it. Scam. Utter scams. And that was the best thing about talking to Rod Elliott when we met up in Sydney the other week. We were just going on about all the fucking bullshit that audiophiles convince them jack off together about. He's like, oh man, the directional cables. I'm like, I know. So that's common. They've got a pissy little wire going from the output. Now we've got continuity there. Continuity! Well, I know you're busy, but that's because it was members only streams. Yeah, that'd be good. The other thing I'm working on, and maybe you can help with this, Alex, is getting my Discord sorted out. So I've got a Discord server. I'm happy to talk to champions, but I need to know, A, that you know, like, vaguely what you're talking about before we can even discuss these things. And B, that, you know, I can't do it for free. Alright, where's the foot switch? Oh, fuck it. Kicking shit over. Go around this side, a bit easier. Alright, so he said doesn't fully switch. I forget what exactly he meant by that, but we'll give it full voltage, why not? I'm thinking a top tier might be private Zoom consultations. I don't know. Would anyone really value ongoing from that, Lyle, or should that be a one-off payment thing? Like, you know, you've got me for an hour. $150. You're like a lady of the night. Talk about amps. Some channels I belong to just send out the password for their Discord. I'm trying to figure out how to make that so it's a month by month thing though, because once you've given your Discord password, like, how do you make it so if they don't join you next month, you kick them off? You know what I mean? Brad, LDR maybe like a messer. Yeah, probably. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 LDRs. What could possibly go wrong? But he said it comes good again. Generally, if an LDR is fucked, it's fucked. Audio files, victims of expensive imaginations. Yeah, you could use your imagination for so much more than imagining that your fucking directional cables that you paid $20,000 for are making a difference. Discord has a pay server thing. Ah, okay, so it's like a NAP that talks to the app about things. I'll have to look into that. Thanks, Scotty. Let me know what you want with regard to Discord. I've got time as I'm waiting for surgery. Are you alright, Peter? What's going on, mate? Scripting is simple to do with Discord. Go, yeah. Slow down there, Alex. There's only so many hours in the day, buddy. It will be the hardest LDR to get to. Yeah, well, that makes it... that would make it TR105. Because it's like a messer, it's hiding down underneath a pot. Ooh. They've got a cap up on end here. They've fucked up the layout. Whoopsie daisy. We've all been there and done that. I fucked up the bridge rectifier footprint for my last PCB design. That was embarrassing. Threw all the boards in the bin and going to run another one because I don't want to put that into the world. Alright, let's see what happens. Speaker, yes. Power, yes. Raw dog on it. No variac. So, Dave, you're into whiskies, aren't you? I'm on Dry July, which is a... it's very out of the ordinary for an Australian not to drink for an extended period of time.
So we do it as a charity to raise money for victims of cancer. We don't drink for all of July at all, not one drop. And that's like significant enough of an event to base a charity around. So if you like, you can torture me by talking about your favourite whiskies that you've got at the moment. What do you got in the cupboard, champ? In terms of American whiskies, I'd say my favourite so far has been Westwood, and it was the Caribbean rum cask, 62.5%. So you're having a drop of water with that bad boy. But yeah, if you get a chance, try that out. It's probably cheap as hell over there. Scotch or tequila? Nice. Prostate cancer. Bloody hell, Peter. Doctor called in sick. Fucking hell. Good for the doctor, eh? I'll be driving up to his front door. Alright, we can do it here. You got a garage? Maybe a question and reply, but for members, it's not so many people, but a little in depth. Okay, I have to look into it. Discord is more like Slack, but doesn't paywall every feature. Is Slack another different platform? Hey, shit, sorry to hear that, Peter, but I'm doing what I can to raise money for cancer people, at least in Australia here anyway. Mum just got over breast cancer, so she's in remission now. My cousin's got stomach cancer, and he's doing the best he can with what he's got, but it's not great. You beat COVID, you beat that too. That's good. You got to go into it with a positive attitude, mate. Just like everything in life. People gift him booze. I got some whiskey gifts last Christmas. There's some Irish stuff. Gain 1, back channel. Okay, that's not switching at all. Gain 2, boost channel 2. Oh, gain boost channel 2. Do I need to pull something on here to make that happen? Gain boost channel 2. Alright, so that works. Okay, so that must be for... Is that for a different model? Because there's no gain boost on channel 2 on this one. So that LED is just constantly on. Alright, I'll do some research. Not fully changing channels. Changes with percussive maintenance. Okay, right. So that, to me, means it's probably a pull pot or a solder joint, but they're through-plated boards, so that's unlikely. Let's play through it and just see if we can recreate what he's talking about. Half the time recreating what is actually gone wrong is the most labour-intensive part. Channel 1 foundation. Okay, well, what does that mean? Does it put makeup on my face? Fucking just say what it does. Channel 1 foundation. Alright, so it's just a deep. It's just a deep control. It's just a depth knob. They call it foundation trademark. Fuck, what a wank. Oh, fuck. Okay, there it is. That's what's happening. I need to tune to an open chord. Alright, so you heard it there where it just like cut straight into full volume. Alright, I think we can do it with the signal generator. Having the guitar in my arms a pain in the ass. So the fact that it happened just when I literally touched the knob. I know that's what it usually happens when you just touch the knob, but sorry, champs, just went to my my backup transmitter. Practicing for the Silent Film Award. I don't have the mustache for it. Yeah, it was a little these little chooches, the Rode Wireless Go. They're pretty amazing little units, but you know, it is 2024. We're supposed to have hoverboards by now, so I guess it's not that amazing, eh? Put that one on charge, and then I think I might, if I can't recreate the problem with this, I think I'll give it a minute to cool down. I'll go make breakfast. It's 10:30 a.m. It's almost lunchtime. Brunch, I guess. And do a fuck ton of paperwork. Send some quotes and invoices. Oh, it's doing it. No, it's not. Sorry. I got excited. The pot, I must have just bumped the pot down lower than it was before. What was that thump? I don't know, champions. I'll let it proper cool down and see if I can even recreate it again. I hate these kind of problems. They're so time consuming. Anyway, I might leave it here. And probably see you on Saturday, eh? This is why I don't design with LDRs. Yeah, it's not a bad move to forget about them. I think, however, it's not the LDR itself. It's the control circuitry that's causing issues. But yeah. Take care of yourself, Peter. Take care of yourself, everyone. Thanks for joining us, legends, and in particular, Dave. Thanks for coming and listening to the ranting. It's like tech camaraderie, eh? Seeing that we all go through the same punish. But thanks for joining us, everyone. See you on the next one, and I'll be doing my daily non-alcoholic beverage reviews for Dry July to try and raise funds. I know every time I do them I lose subscribers, but I don't care because I don't really want those subscribers. So anyway, fuck them. Have a good day, everyone. Play guitar, drink water, be good to your mother. Don't drink too much. Actually, drink heaps. Make up for me, because otherwise when Dry July's finished, all the beer companies will be bankrupt. So fill in for me. Anyway, I'll stop talking shit. Have a good day, legends.